Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Chanel. On Instagram, my name is COCOLUXXE15, and I am starting a planning Instagram where I will be recording as I do my memory spreads. Um, I am new to this, so please bear with me. I'm going to put out a couple of disclaimers for this video. So number one, this is my first planning content video, so be nice. I'm learning as I go. Number two, please don't come for me with my nails. I do know, and I did go get them done, so the next video they should look a lot better. And I think I had some other disclaimers, but whatever, I just forgot them. So this kit is from PaperMuseCrafts. As you can see, I had already put down the base. I recorded the base, but that footage I was having difficulty with uploading, so I just said, well, we're just going to start from where we are. So Monday, I am talking about starting off every Monday with coffee. I pretty much start every day with coffee, unless I'm drinking like tea or something like that. And then I go as far as laying down the rest of my stickers. So Monday, I work at a dialysis clinic as a dialysis social worker, and so sometimes we have to do referrals for patients who are interested in getting transplants. So we have a new transplant system that is supposed to eliminate all of the faxing of paperwork. So we're doing everything online now. So that was my first time doing a, they call it T-Rex transplant referral. And then later on, when I came home, my husband cooked dinner, which I'm very appreciative of since I am going out to work every day and he is able to stay home and work from home, which I really, really appreciate. And then lastly, I just put that I was taking some photos and planning out some of my IG posts that I was going to be doing for the rest of the week. Moving on to Tuesday, I love those little flourish divide. Well, they call them flourish dividers, I think, but they're from Honey Inked. I like to use them as checklists, just to write down some of the things that I did that morning at work. And at the end, you'll see where I come back through, and I'll just do a post as far as I guess a pan over the spread and show how I added in my little extra, just little extra things to deco to give it some pizzazz. Next, I'm putting down, so my nephew had a birthday, so I FaceTime him to tell him happy birthday and to find out how he liked his gifts that I sent him. And so I'm going to be using some little balloons in a second. Yeah, there they go. Some little balloons from Rose and Tea Shop. Love those little balloons. They're so cute. And so sorry that some of the video is going to be out of frame. I'm going to work on that for my next videos. But at the bottom, I was just showing that I folded up some laundry because having a 4-year-old and a husband who goes to the gym means that there is a lot of laundry. And then I go back to put down my date covers because I did kind of miss doing that in the beginning. These are really pretty date covers. I love the colors on these. That dark, like kind of, I don't know if you want to call it maroon, burgundy, but it's a really pretty color. So back to Wednesday, I'm starting by marking down, of course, coffee. And then every Wednesday, we have a meeting where we discuss which patients might be needing assistance, things that we need to kind of focus on as far as patients, which ones are going to be our focus patients. So we have that meeting every Wednesday. So I will mark that in a second when I finish trying to figure out how I'm going to mark my coffee. That computer is from the kit. It's from PaperMuseCrafts. It's very pretty. She has a lot of nice icons in this kit, and I tried to make use of most of them. Both of those scripts on Wednesday, the Coffee First and the Meeting script, are both from Kenzie's Creations. But next, I'm just marking that I paid a couple of bills that I had due. Usually at the first of the month, I will pay any household bills that I need to pay, and then later throughout the month, I'm paying like credit card bills and other kind of bills that come along. And then I wanted to mark that I had an Amazon delivery that was basically the gift that I was getting for my husband for Valentine's Day. So it had came in. And then I'm going to mark that I got onto Zoom sesh with the girls. So T of Plenty of Planning. She also runs this, her and her sister run the shop, Rose and Tea Shop. She has a weekly Zoom session on Wednesdays. And so I joined that Zoom session this week. Typically, I only do Zoom sessions on Thursdays with Shanice of Planners and Tacos, but I'm switching. Well, I'm going to be going to T's Zoom sesh because Shanice is starting a different job, and so her Zoom sesh is going to be on different days. But anyway, after that, I am marking the last thing is that I was tired AF. It was a long day and I was asleep, and so I was very sleepy, so I just put a pillow. And the pillow is going to be from Cozy Paper Co. I think they changed their name. I want to say they're like Strawberry Creek Studio or Strawberry something Studio. I have to look that up. But here's where I went back to finish that box with the Amazon delivery. My planning style is not always like in order. I just kind of go through and put things down. So as I guess get more comfortable with recording my videos, hopefully it'll have a little bit more structure to it. But this is just a pan of this first page so that you can see the entire page. And then, of course, I went back to do my date dots because for some reason, when I laid down the covers, it just didn't make sense to put them down then. So I'm finishing that up now. So coming back to Thursday, I am starting with my favorite, Coffee First. What I tried to do for the entire week was start each day with a element of the dark burgundy in the kit. I think the only day that I didn't do that was like Sunday, but I tried to start most of the days off with all having an element of the dark burgundy. I just felt that it created a little bit of cohesion to it and kind of helped to space out some of the color in the kit. Next, I'm laying down this pink box, and I'm going to mark that day I came into work to, and I had things on my agenda that I had to do, but my boss just randomly was like, hey, I'm doing interviews for nurses today. Can you sit in? So I end up getting pulled into those interviews and interviewing a couple nurses, since we're currently short 2 nurses at our clinic. And then later on, I made patient rounds and did education with some newer patients about transplant and their transplant options. I'm so sorry that like some of this stuff is like off camera. That's one of the things that I'm going to try to be more conscious of next time when I'm recording, is making sure I'm looking in my viewfinder to see, making sure that I'm actually in frame. But next I'm just taking these little, what are they, arrows, I guess, and just marking that this day I started to feel under the weather. My daughter had came home on Sunday from her grandmother's house, and she had a runny nose. So I immediately started giving her medication and taking medication myself, because it never fails that if she gets sick, I get sick. So I started taking medication, but I still ended up I started feeling sick still. So that character is actually from Starlight Paper Studio. I don't think she just rebranded, so I don't think this particular, she's kind of changed her characters. They're still similar, but they are a little different. She just reopened this actual weekend, so you might be, I'm not sure if she has the sick character still, but you probably could find something similar still in her shop. And then lastly, I just marked that I had another planning session. It was another Zoom session. Shanice started her new job, but she's still doing the planning sessions for a little while. So we had a Zoom sesh that night. It's Friday, thank God, because this Friday was payday. So now that I actually have 2 clinics that I work at, I go to my second clinic on Fridays. So it's usually like a very hectic day, because I only have about 4 hours to see all the patients, including the new patients, check in with them, make sure there's nothing going on that they need for me to do. So I usually always stop at Starbucks so that I can just have a little bit of happiness in my day, because it never is inevitable that something is going to happen that just makes the day so draining. So I made sure I stopped by Starbucks and I got my favorite chai latte. And then it, of course, was like a planner sale this weekend. I want to say this was the Asian girl planner sale, and maybe another planner sale. So yeah, crap, another sale, more money to be spent that did not need to be spent. That little icon girl with the bag of money is from Birchandbirdee, who I PR for. So you can use my code COCOLUXXE15 to get 15% off along with my freebie. And then at the bottom, I'm simply marking that we got pizza that night. I came home and I did not feel like cooking. My husband had went to get his haircut, so I was just not, about that life, about cooking. So ordered pizza, and of course it was the release on Netflix of To All the Boys #3. So I watched that, and I will say that I liked it, but it was not, I don't feel like it was as good as the others, but I did still like it. Moving on to Saturday, I slept in. I always try to sleep in on Saturdays. It's not always possible with a 4-year-old because her favorite thing to do is to get up, get in my bed, shake me and say, "Mommy, I want to eat." And I'm just like, why can't you feed yourself? But anyway, so I asked my husband, I was like, "Hey, do you want to get some pancakes?" So we got IHOP, we ordered IHOP, and he picked it up and brought it back to the house. Then we FaceTime my mother-in-law so that my daughter could talk to her. She stayed home this weekend since she wasn't, still feeling well. Didn't want her going out. And then I worked on filming this plan with me. I was really excited about that. Right here, I'm trying to use this deco. It didn't quite work like how I wanted it to, but I mean, it's okay. This is just saying that, I took a bath that night. My head was starting to hurt, so I went to take a bath, and then my husband didn't realize that I had gotten in the bathtub, so he was going out to the store, so he was like, up, and he was like, I just said, "Just tell my daughter to get in the bath. We both will take a bath together." So she got in. Of course, she thought it was the funniest thing because we were in my garden tub. And she's like, "Ooh, we're in the big tub, Mommy." And so she's splashing around. And after that, I was just like, "All right, get out. You just messed up the whole vibe." So we just ended the bath early and then watched TV for the rest of the night. Moving on to Sunday, this is Valentine's Day. And I mean, I had a real chill Valentine's Day. Like I said, I wasn't feeling the best. So we had planned to try to go out to dinner, but I just told him that I would stay home because I wasn't, feeling the best. So we actually ended up I ended up cooking fish and grits. Made some, I don't even know how to describe this, because not fried grits, but I mean, fried grits, not fried fish, but I did like a blackened kind of fish and made like a spicy sauce and put that on the fish. Anyway, so I'm starting the day right here, and this is gonna look really crazy because this is like the first thing that I'm marking, so it like doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna mark that I had a long nap. And it's like, how is a long nap the first thing that you have in the day? Well, it's not. I woke up, did the things on the checklist first, and then I was just really, really tired. And so I went and got back in the bed and took a long nap, longer than expected. And my husband was so gracious and just let me sleep until I needed to wake up because, like I said, I was not feeling well. And so I think the extra sleep definitely helped out. But I did some more filming to finish this plan with me, to finish it up. And then, of course, like I said, cooked dinner and also did laundry because laundry is never ending. But I will say that my husband, for Valentine's Day, he got me a lot of things that I needed to be able to record videos. So I'm very, very appreciative and thankful for that because he really, really made it happen. So I guess you guys can thank him for that as well. So now this is the end of the plan with me, and of course I'm just trying to show you the full spread. Here I did my sidebar, and usually on the sidebar I just kind of write down what Happy Mail I got for the week.